honestly, it feels like I'm a grifter slayer, a grift slayer. Like, if you're a grifter, I will slay you. I will destroy you. That is what I am built for. Okay. 35 years of being molded by God to destroy these disingenuous, hateful, lying, manipulative grifters. That's what I do. So, of course, on the next chopping block, we got Mr. Michael Knowles. Now, of course, I've been diving deep into this conservative YouTube rabbit hole, and I'm starting to find a lot of these people with millions of subscribers, millions, are just saying what speaks to a lot of the hate in a lot of people's hearts. So let's go ahead and listen to what this guy said.
All the change. One of my most popular critics on TikTok. That's right. I'm gonna totally destroy and own him. I will make him my personal property with both facts and...
First off, it's weird. Okay, now, hopefully the guy he's about to talk about is not black, because it just sounds weird when he's like, I'm about to destroy him and make him my personal property. Like, come on, like, just be, maybe I'm reaching. That's probably reaching. Okay, I'm gonna give you that one. That one's reaching, but it just sounded weird, you know.
Logic. We do these kinds of segments every single day in my member block, so do not wait. Click the link in the description below so that you don't miss out. It's like a whole other YouTube channel just for you without the censors. Check it out. Hope you enjoy. We got this guy on TikTok. That's what my producers tell me. They've loaded up the TikTok. Let's see if he makes a persuasive argument.
So in case of you haven't heard, Peppa Pig has released its first same-sex couple. Unsurprisingly, conservatives are not happy about it. One of them being good old Michael Knowles. First of all, let's take a look at this thumbnail. So we've got an aggressive rainbow Peppa Pig, and the title says, "Gay pigs are coming to groom your kid."
My thumbnail team does...
Now, I understand a catchy thumbnail, okay? Like, you're telling someone who got over 12,000 views in just 2 weeks, okay? I just started my YouTube channel, so don't be hating, bruh. And I got over 12,000 in 2 weeks. So I understand a good thumbnail can go a long way. But come on. Gay Peppy Pig is coming to groom your kid. Oh. Hey, okay. Even though that's a little distasteful to me, hey, I guess that gets the clicks. That's gonna get a lot of these paranoid, mainly white folks, to click, because they don't want Peppa Pig to groom their kids. Of course not.
Deserves all of the prizes: Guggenheim Fellowships, National Endowment for the Arts. Some of the...
That looks like the same person, but with a wig on. Like, he needs to make sure, you know, that's not the same.
Greatest art that is being produced in our world to the headlines, right, which I do not write. The headlines are pretty great too. Keep going.
So because a kid show is trying to normalize the fact that same-sex couples exist, it's seen as grooming. Yeah, makes total sense.
Yes, that is what grooming is. Yes, that does make total sense. We lived in a society for all of human history until 2015, in which marriage was rightly understood to be the union of a man and a woman.
Okay, he literally just explained what grooming is while telling us everyone was groomed to understand that, you know, a man and a woman was meant to... That's literally grooming. That's literally grooming. It's just grooming on the other side. Everyone's grooming. Everyone's trying to teach and raise their kids in what they believe is right. So what are you talking about? This conversation should be done right here. I just debunked the debunker on debunking some just, you know, information. That is the dumbest. And this is what exposes a grifter right here. This is what exposes a grifter right here, because the hypocrisy is so in your face. It's like literally right here in your face, and they don't care. You see his, look at his face. He does not care. He's literally saying, oh, you're trying to groom our kids that, you know, a man could be married to a man and a woman can be married to a woman. But I want to continue the grooming of our society that only a man can marry a woman. And that's how it has to be, because that's how I was groomed. I mean, that's how I was taught to believe. So what is the problem? It's just these people are grifters, so they know what's going to trigger people. They know what's going to upset people, and they play off that fear. They play off that hatred. They play off that misinformation, the ignorance, and they get money from it. Oh, bruh.
And specifically, the perpetual union of one man and one woman for the sake of the generation and education of children. Then, in 2015, the Supreme Court radically redefined that, and many Americans, myself included, do not accept that new definition. Not because we don't like gay people, not because we don't like lesbians, not because we don't like
because
whatever.
why?
It's just because the word has meaning, the institution has meaning, and human nature.
What institution has meaning? You mean the same institution that we created as people? That we created as people created that institution. So it can't be broken because you don't want it to be? Now, trust me, I teach my kids a man marries a woman and a woman marries a man. That's just how me and my family decides to construct our family. But I'm not going to ever tell somebody else how to live a life. Who the hell are you to tell somebody else, another grown nigga, on how to live their grown life? Who are you to tell somebody else, grown people, how to raise their own kids that came out of their own bodies? Sounds like a lot of privilege to me. You know what I'm saying? They got the to feel like they have the authority and the right to tell people how they should be living and how they should be raising their kids. And let's not talk about these institutions have been, bro, that's how slavery continued for 400 years. It's because this is how it kind of became and this is what's right. Like, no, it was a lot of people who challenged that, and that's why the South didn't want to, because of the money, obviously. It was beneficial for free work. They ain't got to pay nobody. And they're just reaping 100% profit. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of capitalist dreams right there. 100% profit. But anyway, I digress. Just because there's pushback on a belief that's been established for so long, which I understand. People don't like change. I get it. But that doesn't mean that it's incorrect. Take some time, be honest with yourself, reflect on your life, come to the conversation with an intellectual integrity and a moral honesty, and maybe we might be able to get something done. But if you're just going at this just to make some money, just to dunk on some people, just to make people look stupid and you know, we got the libs, bro, you're a grifter. You're an idiot. You're a waste of time. And that's exactly who this guy is. Honestly, I don't need to watch more of his videos. After this video, I know what he's going to say. I know what his perspectives is going to be. It's just whatever is going to get him money. That's it. But just for the sake of content, we're going to keep this video going.
Is such that necessarily is what marriage is. When educational outlets, all the institutions that shape people's minds, go to the little kids and try to reshape and indoctrinate them into a radical new way of thinking, especially when we're talking about sex, which is so fundamental to human nature, that is grooming. You are bringing...
No, that is disgusting. It's not grooming when it's disgusting. I don't want my kids being taught, being shown by any type of media, by any sort of teachers about sex, straight sex, gay sex, butt sex, any sex. I don't want my kids to know about it. Don't talk about sex. Don't teach it. Leave that to me. Leave that to the parents to be like, hey, kids, let me tell you about the birds and the bees, and the bees and the birds, or the bird and the bee and the whoever, you know. let me and my wife explain that to our kids. I don't want my kids seeing that on TV. I don't want them seeing straight stuff. I don't want them seeing a man kissing a woman. I don't want them to see any of that. Once again, that's what a sane person, a person who's coming from a place of like just honesty. I don't want my kids to see none of that. And that's what he should have said. But no, he wants to make sure he's turning this against the left. Turning this just a bit to be like, I don't want my kids to see gay stuff. That's pretty much all he's saying.
Them up to believe all sorts of things that are disordered, and to even perhaps...
You see, all things that is disordered. Like, no, all things. Leave it there. Leave it there. I don't want my kids to know, to even think about sex until they get to that appropriate age. Not just, I don't want them to see gay sex. I don't want them to see no sex. Like, why is that so hard to
indulge behaviors that are disordered? Now, whether you think those behaviors ought to be encouraged or not, that's actually beside the point. When you are slowly acculturating, especially young people in this way, that is the very definition of grooming. So yes, that does make sense.
Now, of course, he doesn't want to talk about the grooming of young men being pushed with depiction of women at such a young age. I was only like 7 years old when I got my first swimsuit edition, Sports Illustrated. Grooming out the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was I was put in that position at a very young age, and that's grooming, when that's all you see in media is women and sex and women and women and women. That's all that I seen. That's all that the music was talking about. That's all that the movies would show. That's all what my friends was talking about. It's grooming. That's literally grooming too. But that's okay with him, as long as it's not gay, right?
Hear what Mr. Knowles has to say about it.
Why should there not be a lesbian couple with kids on the children's cartoon? Because it's disordered.
Oh, Mr. Knowles, have you had any thought that what you said has been eradicated by the American Psychiatric Association since 1973? Really? Have you had any thoughts of that? You can't just say something is disordered because of your homophobic bullocks.
This guy's view is that the American Psychiatric Association is the authority on what sort of behaviors are ordered or disordered. I don't have any idea why he would believe that, why a group of psychiatrists and a psychiatric lobby would have any particular expertise on morals and ethics and anthropology and human nature.
And why do you think you have that authority and say so yourself? Like I told you, he got the skin to pretend. Like, come on, bruh. It's... Oh my goodness.
Let's just even pretend that that premise were the case. I guess the next question would have to be, why did it take them until 1973? What changed in human nature in 1973 that changed what constitutes an ordered or disordered romantic relationship? Nothing. All that changed is politics. You can't tell me that that human nature and bioethics and these moral questions were just completely eradicated, debunked, totally owned with facts and logic in 1973 because some stupid psychiatric lobby said so. That doesn't make any sense. Right now, head on over to ring.com.
All right. We need the full screen for this one. I'm going to give it a clap, snap, snap, point, point. All right, let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, check this out. Check this out. Grifters are real, okay? Grifters don't care about the hypocrisy. Grifters don't care about truth. Grifters don't care about nothing besides of making money, getting attention, and just repeating. You know, step 1, get money. Step 2, get attention. Step 3, repeat back to me.